I want to start with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, though. It was huge earlier in the week. Mahomes sort of lashing out, about the referees to Josh Allen in the post-game sort of handshake there when they met up after the game. But his sulking, and he's come out and apologized to his credit in the wake of all this. But has he now moved into sort of elite crybaby status? And for those that maybe live under a rock, I'm referring to the Tony sort of offside call that nullified a really nice touchdown, to be fair. But Mahomes absolutely livid after the game about how bad of a call it was. But what's your take on this whole Patrick Mahomes thing?
I was embarrassed for him. I mean, to see a grown man cry like that, not just the Josh Allen thing that you mentioned, but how about before the Josh Allen thing where he was like, he literally needed to be held back by his teammates because he was berating the referees with obscenities. He slams his helmet down. And then you mentioned that apology. Let's talk about that apology for a second, because this is a multi-tiered crybaby effort from Mahomes. You get fired up on the sideline, okay? We all lose our temper. Maybe we've had road rage incidences or at our job or at our workplace. It happens. No fault, okay? You're still heated for the handshake. You're still heated and saying things during the press conference. Then the next day, that's 3 times, right? Now, the fourth error, in my opinion, was the next day during that apology. That apology to me was not sincere. It was like there was a PR person with a gun to his head and he was just like reading from a script. Let's take his words, right? He said, "I probably regret acting like that." Does that sound like a sincere apology? And then I love this part. He says, "More than anything, I regret the way that I acted toward Josh." And then later he says something to the effect of how he really regrets the Josh Allen part, and he minimizes what happened on the sidelines. So it's kind of like, yeah, like I was justified in that. This is a guy who's entitled. Patrick Mahomes, he's been on all the magazine covers. He's been on the talk shows. He's won 2 Super Bowls now. By the way, 2 Super Bowls which had questionable calls in them. This guy is absolutely acting as if he's entitled and he deserves these calls. Listen to his words. When he says, Travis Kelce's had a Hall of Fame career, how can you take that away from him? What is the definition of entitled? Let me read it to you right from the dictionary. Believing oneself to be inherently deserving of special privileges or special treatment. This is entitlement. Patrick Mahomes is acting like an entitled, spoiled brat. Like a parent who gives their child ice cream every night of the week. And then the first time they say, no, you can't have ice cream. Oh, what the heck? I've been getting all these calls. How about earlier this year when the Chiefs, Ladarius Sneed, took his helmet off and the ref, you could read his lips, said, put your helmet back on. Andrew, in all your years of watching football, have you ever seen that before? That was unprecedented. I've never seen an official tell a player in the NFL to put his helmet back on so that he doesn't get a penalty. So the Chiefs are used to getting these kinds of calls. And when they don't, I don't even want to say when a call doesn't go their way, because it was the right call and everybody acknowledges that. But they're so used to getting away with bad calls and riding these to success. When a call doesn't go his way, he pouts and melts down in a 4-tiered effort on the sideline, on the field, in the press conference, and with a really crappy apology the next day. I also love this piece about his apology. I care so much. I love this game so much, and I love my teammates. You can use that to justify, Andrew, you and I go out drinking, and I lose my temper, and I hit you. Sorry, Andrew, I care so much about our friendship. That's why that happened. I know at Thanksgiving, family, I got mad and I yelled some obscenities toward grandma, but it's because I care so much about this family. Get that out of here. He also says in his apology, that he does recognize it's not good for kids watching. Patrick Mahomes, if you want to be a role model for kids, teach them how to apologize and own your mistakes. You lost your temper. It was an ugly moment for you. It looked really bad. Own it. You had a bad day. You had a bad couple days. This half-ass apology is disgusting.
10 minutes into the show, Tony's